In today's video, you're going to learn everything you need to know about creating AI-generated product videos with Seedance 2.0. How it can create a fully edited multi-shot product video like this, how it can replicate studio quality lighting and texture from a single product photo like this, how it can shoot a full cinematic product reveal in one continuous camera move like this, how it can blend a lifestyle shoot and a studio reveal into one seamless generation, and how you can run any of these as paid meta ads and generate hundreds of variations in a single day. Let's dive in. So we're going to create these product ads in Higgsfield, but before we touch Higgsfield, we need a solid prompt. You don't want to just go in and say something like create a cinematic product ad. It's just going to be too vague. The more precise your language, the better the output's going to be. So you want to be specific around lighting, camera movement, shot timing. That's what's going to give you that cinematic, professional looking product ad. And to make it easy for you, I have in the description a link to this GitHub repo here where you can download this skill, feed it into Claude, and actually brainstorm the video prompt to feed back into Higgsfield with Claude. So let me walk you through how to use this step by step. If we go to the GitHub link that I have included, just go to code, go download zip. We're going to download this full skill file. Then we're going to go into Claude. We're going to go to customize skills, and then we're going to load this skill. So we're going to hit the plus. We're going to go create a skill, upload a skill, and then we're just going to drag in that zip file that we just downloaded from GitHub. And so now we have the Seedance prompt builder skill. And if we click in here, this is what it contains. We have the skill.md. This is what Claude's going to read when you tell it to create a Seedance video prompt. It's going to go through this. It's going to follow all the best practices that we have listed out here. And it's going to reference some of the other files that we have in here. So if I just click this references drop down, you can see we have details around camera movement, characters, multi-shot, product ad, all of that, and Claude will, depending on the image, the product image that you upload in the chat, which I'll show you how to do in a second, it will look at these different markdown files and follow all the best practices that we have laid out here. This, by the way, is a combination of myself and Claude looking at the Seedance documentation, best practices, things that people have tried online, as well as my own video production knowledge. So we have a lot of language, a lot of technical language in there that Claude's going to leverage to feed back into Seedance to get the best output possible. So with our Seedance prompt builder, we're going to go plus, we're going to go new chat, and we're going to delete this, upload our first image. In this case, it's going to be these AirPods, and I'm just going to tell Claude, create a product ad with Seedance for the attached product image. So Claude's going to know to load that skill that we just uploaded. It's going to read that skill, and you can see it doing that in its thinking here. So it's reading the Seedance skill, it's reading the product ads reference file, that other markdown that we had in there, and it's writing a shot-by-shot timeline. So you can see the timestamps here, 0 to 2 seconds, 2 to 4 seconds. We have the action, we have the camera movement, we have lighting, we have effects if relevant. We have the references, which in this case is just at image 1, which is Seedance best practice in terms of naming the image that you have attached. And what I really like about Seedance is the way it connects each of these shots. The cuts, they never feel that jarring. The transitions are really smooth, and there's no piecing together shots in post or anything like that. It really does a great job of cutting from one frame to the next seamlessly. It cuts on action. It does some things that professional directors and editors intuitively know, but have been up until this point very difficult to do with video generation models. So that's what we're leveraging here in this prompt with these timestamps. It's what Seedance calls multi-shot generation. You write one prompt with timestamps, and then it'll just generate one seamless video with these cuts in between all of these. One shot will end, the next one will start, and it'll just look like a professionally edited video. Okay, so let's take these timestamps, the shot list, copy it, bring it over into video prompt in Higgsfield. I'm just going to paste that in. I'm going to upload our media here, this AirPods image, select the video duration. Let's do 15 seconds, 16:9. One thing to note here is image eligibility in Higgsfield. They do a quick check to ensure that your image is eligible. You can see it did this in the background and determined that this image is eligible. I'm not exactly sure what gets blocked and what doesn't, because this is technically a copyright infringement, but it was deemed eligible, so I can create a video out of this. I know that there are some restrictions around uploading photos of real human face. So if you run into that issue, if you're trying to do UGC ads, for example, you probably will need to go into something like Nano Banana to generate an image. Start with a real photo and then bring it into Nano Banana to actually generate like a more stylized version of the actual image, and that will most likely be eligible. So with that, we have our full prompt in here that we just copied. We're gonna go 15 seconds and we're gonna generate this. All right, so generation is ready. Let's check this out. I changed it to 8 seconds too, by the way. 15 seconds felt a little too long for a quick product video like this. But here we go, AirPods. Pretty darn good. I mean, even the music, it's kind of works. It doesn't really fade out a whole lot, like if I'm being picky. Also, when the AirPods rise, they look a little funky. But I mean, for first generation, that's pretty darn impressive. I love the way it falls and then just lands perfectly and goes from black to white. That's pretty darn good. So you can see if you tweak this a little bit, and you can really just use Claude to go back and forth and say, hey, here's what it was doing. How can we improve this? How can we make this better? But for our first output, I'm just gonna keep this. We're gonna move on to the next one. Looks pretty freaking good. Next, we're gonna generate a product ad for a skincare company called Wild Roman. So I'm just gonna go to their website here. I'm gonna pull from their first product image, save this image. I'm gonna go over to Claude and tell Claude, please use the Seedance video prompt skill to generate the video prompt for this next product ad. Image I just downloaded. Claude's gonna read the Seedance prompt builder skill. It's gonna review the product image. It's gonna generate a prompt for us. So we're gonna copy that prompt, go into Higgsfield, paste that. We're gonna bring in that product image we just downloaded. It's going to check its eligibility. Okay, image is approved. So we're just gonna hit generate. And while this is generating, let me give you a couple tips. The first is you can always retry the output. I recommend working with Claude directly. If something feels off, if it's weird, it's not gonna be perfect every time, especially if you're running these for clients or for your own brand. So if something is weird, just go back to Claude and describe what's happening, and then Claude can update the prompt accordingly. The second thing is for a beauty brand like this, like I'm just not familiar with product ads from the beauty space. So you can always go to Facebook ad library, search for skincare. You can just see what other brands are doing. Interesting. So these are even more basic. Yeah, okay, this is what I pictured. Yeah, it's just like, if you download this, you can feed it back into Claude. You could say, let's make it look like this. Let's go back to our generation now. It's ready. Let's see what we got. Nice little droplet there. I don't even think that was in the prompt. You love to see that. We got this nice push in. We got that classic beauty brand fake sun movement. That looks freaking clean. You love to see that. All right. I've always liked Liquid Death's branding. I'm sure they already have some killer product ads. So I really just want to use this can here. So we're going to use this can. We're going to save this image. We're gonna go back to Claude. We're gonna tell Claude, okay, now I want us to use the Seedance video prompt skill again and generate a prompt for this image. Got the prompt. We're gonna copy this prompt, feed this into Higgsfield, drag in our product image. We're just gonna hit generate. All right, let's check out this Liquid Death ad. The only thing that's wrong is the frickin' lettering, but look at this little neon sign. So now we're gonna push this thing a bit more. What we're gonna do is test how well it does with hands and arms and some movement. And we're gonna use a running shoe, the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080 V14. Pull up an image of that like this. Okay, here's the next one with this New Balance running shoe. Here's the image. Please write a prompt. We're gonna copy this prompt, paste into Higgsfield. We're gonna drag in this image. Let's try a 10-second. All right, let's check it. I mean, not bad. The physics are a little strange, this rotation here. All right, now what I want to test is human faces and see if this indeed is restricted. I mentioned this is one of the issues with Seedance, but I want to put this to the test myself and see if it will reject anything. Let's go back over to Claude. So I want to generate a video prompt with the shoe. It's going to be @image1 for the Seedance video prompt. And then @image2 is going to be a person's face. Can you give me a shot list just for this, Claude, because it's trained on the documentation. Just go ahead and give me the options for now. I just want to test to see if it will get blocked. Copy this, paste it in here. We're gonna bring in the New Balance shoe for image 1. Oh, we already have this, just select this. And then we're gonna use a photo of my face for image 2. I just have this random photo of my face here. So interestingly, in my research, people were previously getting blocked by this when they were trying to upload faces and they had to generate character sheets from something like Nano Banana. It looks like this is getting through now as long as you accept Higgsfield and Seedance's terms and conditions. It looks like it's still a violation if you upload someone else's face, but if you're uploading your own face, it doesn't seem to be any issue. Now let's see how well Seedance did with my own face. Okay, not bad. The physics are still a little off. I mean, weird twirl here. I don't think this model is great at physics yet, but let's see where this is going. With a couple tweaks, you can make this really quite good. And the way I like this right here, it would have been nice to pan across the shoe a little bit more. And then this light sweep here, kind of a weird jump cut, but this light sweep here, nice little touch. Also, I think they have the logo backwards, but this is all from a screenshot. This is from 2 photos. It's wild. So that's going to do it, as you can see, for completely different product ads generated with Seedance from a single image and the right prompting. You can find the skill for those video prompts in the description below. And this is a real pipeline for generating ad creative at scale. So I'm curious if anyone's putting this to the test. These types of videos will certainly start flooding our social media feed, for better or worse. But I mean, at least they're cinematic, at least they're professional looking. It really is quite amazing what you can do with AI tools nowadays. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.